Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 2, text number 40. Neha Vikrama Nashosti Pratyavayo na vidyate. Swalpam Abhyasya Dharmasya Trayade Mahado Bhayat. Neha Vikrama Nashosti. Nasho means destruction, loss. Neha Vikrama Nashosti. There is no loss in this endeavor. What is that endeavor? Will be spoken. Pratyavayona vidyate. And in this endeavor, there is no reduction or decreases also. Diminution also not there. Pratyavayo na vidyate is not there. In this endeavor, Swalpam Abhyasya, even a little bit of practice. Swalpam Abhyasya Dharmasya, this process, this particular process. Trayade Mahado Bhayat can save you from the most dangerous type of fear. Mahad Bhayat, fear, which is the death. Death is the period. Krishna was telling in the previous verses to Arjuna, convincing him, do the battle, do your duty. Why don't you do it? Don't worry about the results. You have a special quality and you can fight and win. All this he had spoken to him. Explain about the difference between matter and spirit. Now the Lord is actually saying, okay, now you listen to me. Listening to me means you are going to be free from the obligations. No duties can actually bind you. This material nature works in three modes. You see the Prakriti, but this Prakriti has three divisions: Sattva-guna, Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Goodness, passion and ignorance. Some people are in goodness, some people are in passion, some people are in ignorance. And people are also in the mixed modes. Some are 10%, 20%, 30% of these three modes within their mind. Influence them and make them work. So in this way, these modes of material nature makes a person different from another person. In their activity, in eating style, reading style, recreation style, mantra style, food and water style. So in this way, everyone is actually different. It's only because of these modes of material nature. We have explained, originally we are spirit, soul, eternally servant of Krishna. That time we have only one action, is serve the Supreme Lord. When we come to the material world, because of the modes of material nature, everyone is actually different. But however, the soul eternally remains individual in all circumstances, in all dimensions. So they are not actually one, but their action to serve the Lord is the one common desire for all living entities. Because we are coming from God, so it's become duty of every individual to serve the Supreme Lord. So here we can see why Krishna is telling these things, because you are constantly getting defeated in your material endeavors. You are trying to establish something, or always getting into loss. As I mentioned yesterday, the farmers try to sow the seeds and too much rain can destroy that. Too much dry land also can destroy that drought. And there are businesses, they invest. So give up everything. Therefore, in Srimad Bhagavatam, Narada Muni explains to Vyasadeva, when Vyasadeva, after compiling the Brahma Sutra, He was so unhappy. So Narada Muni, his spiritual master, appeared and actually told him, your scholarly presentations are really mesmerizing and impressing to everyone. But you are still unhappy. The reason who you supposed to explain in detail that you haven't done. So Naishkarmyam abhi achyuta bhava varjidam. Even if you do selfless activities, selfless means not desiring any fruits from any actions. I just want to serve the society, the country, like our modern politicians. They are nationalists. They like to serve the nation. Where they got the nation from? How long you have been in this nation? And how long will you be there in this nation? All this nationalism propaganda, right? All this social interaction, social service propaganda. Then comes altruism propaganda. So in this way, there are so many types of services people do, and they think that we are doing selfless services. We don't desire anything from this national service or international service, or all that we want to serve the people. But Narada Muni tells Vyasadeva, Naishkarmyam abhi achyuta bhava varjidam. Even the selfless action you commit for years after years and forever. But if there is the minus, Achyuta Bhava, feeling for Lord Achyuta, Lord Krishna, Nashobade Jnanam Malan Niranjanam, Nashobade, it does not look beautiful, doesn't serve any purposes. Nashobade Jnanam Alam Niranjanam. And even if you cultivate the knowledge, unlimited knowledge, in that knowledge there is no purpose of understanding Krishna, that is also useless. Narada Muni says. I am not saying. Our great grand spiritual master is telling. Kuda punashashad abhadram ishware. What to speak of your material activities, which is from the beginning, the middle, and the end is always miserable, where there is absolutely no Krishna at all. So, how can that actually satisfy this material activity without God? Even the selfless service without God, cultivating unlimited knowledge like you have done, you have given to the people 18 Puranas, 108 Upanishads, you gave fifth Veda, Mahabharata, and you spoke Bhagavad Gita, what Krishna has given as it is to the people, still you are unhappy. Why? Because the exclusive explanation of Achyuta is not there. So therefore, you need to compose a scripture that glorifies only the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. After obtaining this instruction, Vyasadeva had to go through severe austerities to come to that platform to glorify the Supreme Lord. 6 months by the bank of Saraswati River, he underwent, taking 3 baths every day in the water of Saraswati and eating only bare necessities to keep the soul and body together. For that purpose, he ate some fruits and roots and performed severe tapasya, regardless of winter, summer, whatever it is. After 6 months, the Supreme Lord appeared in front of him. Durga standing in the back. You accept me. If you don't accept me, it is she with the 10 hands to punish. So that is the Chaya Shakti, Maya Shakti. So Krishna instructed him what he needs to do. That showed him that he is pure now. Then he compiled Srimad Bhagavatam, the essence of all Vedic literature. So hearing and chanting and glorifying the Supreme Lord is Sankirtana, is the yoga for the modern age. All your diseases, all your perturbed mental actions, all your problems will be solved simply by making an attempt on this path of devotion service, which is called Naishkarmyam. It is not an ordinary thing. It is the perfect yoga process to get rid of all material agonies and miseries. So, in this endeavor, even a little bit, you can achieve freedom from all material calamities. Shamarshidhaye pada pallava plavam mahat padam punya yasho murare bhavam buddhir vatsa param padam padam yad vibadam natesham. The material miseries are like an ocean. You can't cross over ocean by catching the dog's tail. No. Which means you cannot have some of your material solutions and get rid of the samsara. It's not possible. Just like catching the dog's tail, you cannot cross the Atlantic or Pacific Ocean. It's like that. The samsara is so huge. Or you may have a stone boat. What the stone boat would do for you? It will drown you. So taking shelter of a stone boat like a material solutions, eventually you will be drowned. You're not getting out from there. Along with the boat, you also will be gone. So we think that our material technology and science is going to save us. Every time you create something new and challenge the material nature, you will be destroyed, getting into trouble. Just like that 19th century, right? Or 20th century. Early of that century, they discovered or made a great unsinkable ship. You remember that? Titanic. The first trip itself, everything is gone. Everyone dead. All rich people. Sailing the boat, not done properly. This body is a boat. If you don't actually sail it properly, just running after this bit of material necessities and trying to create an empire, is just useless waste of endeavors. Therefore, Krishna says, even if it is a little bit endeavor in my bhakti, I guarantee them human birth again and again and again. I would not actually throw them to the lower species of life. Krishna says there elsewhere in 9th chapter. Ashraddha dhana purusha dharmasya param tava aprabhyamam nivartande mrityu samsara vartmani. So dharma, which is here also explains, those who have no faith in this process of devotion service, neither they can achieve the paramdhama nor happiness nor any peace of mind. Ulta, I throw them, cast them to the repeated birth and death again and again. So we have a boat here. Padapallava plavam, mahat padam punya yasho murare. What is that? Punya yasho murare. Murari, the killer of the demon, Mura, is the greatest of all both. Getting in there, it never drowns us. By doing that, taking shelter of the Supreme Lord, even the greatest of all Sagara became a little water. A calf, when it walks by the beach, because of its steps, in that calf's hoof print, there are some water contents. Govatsapadam param. So the entire material ocean become Govatsapadam. What the water can hold in the Govatsapadam, that great sagar becomes such a small sagar. Small Govatsapadam, little calf, beautiful walking is called sagar? No. It's just a little body, little water. So the samsara, unlimited ocean of suffering, become a little pinch, just like doctor gives you, a nurse gives you an injection. The whole miseries are there, but an injection is 1 second. That miseries become reduced into little injection. That's all. Finished. This is the way Krishna is explaining here. So, if you follow me in this endeavor, there is no loss. Life after life, the human birth is guaranteed. Not only the human birth, very aristocratic life will be given to you, or giving birth in a very civilized Aryan devotee family, either aristocracy or Vaishnava or Brahmana family, which I provide by taking shelter of mind. That is what Krishna is telling. You will be free from the death because you haven't completed. You just started the bhakti. Therefore, you are offered these kinds of birth again, aristocratic life or civilized Vaishnava or Brahmana family. Birth in that Vaishnavas or Brahmana family. But if you have completed the bhakti fully in this life itself, then we don't come here. We go to the spiritual world. Krishna says, I will take them to the spiritual world. So, in case we have failed in that endeavor, couldn't complete the bhakti, then here is the options. I may send them to heaven for enjoyment or give birth here, birth there. That way they can continue their devotion service. So the Sagara became just calf's hoof print, a water that can hold in the calf's hoof print. It's become like that. So Neha Bikrama Nashasti. Therefore, bhakti, there is no loss. Simply come and sit and chant or hear the holy name. And whatever little service you can do for Lord Sri Krishna, that you may do, whether with your money, with your mind, with your intelligence, with your body, whatever you can give, you may do that. It perfects you, perfects the human birth. So, this is what the meaning is. We will continue. Thank you. Hare Krishna.